Alright, we're so locked in. Bedrock semis. I'm a little late on the jump today. Onyx had to update, so I'm like all late getting the stuff. We already have a PG going. Game ain't started yet though. This is our last semifinal option. All the other semis on Bedrock and Java are done. This is the last one. This is, you can see in the top right, it's Team Cuyo and Los Peludos. This is for the last final spot of our first CubeCraft League tournament over here. Go through teams real quick when they are in. I have Peludos here. It's going to be Rolo for real. Still don't know how to pronounce this name. Isa, Gixd, G52U, and I'm assuming this is Saya, Usaya. Then you got Cuyo on the other side. I didn't see them earlier. I see Cuyo now. This is Ritzy8924 and Peru, Eldery Snake 123, and Nash the Basher. Now, I'll give you guys some inside information here. I have heard from my sources that Nash the Basher is standing at a pretty tall 6'5". That's what I've heard. Rolling on game one here. We're on Beach. Beach is, I would argue, the most liked competitive map here. Just very, very simple map. Really smooth mid, not too much going on. You see both teams with the builder kit's going to be 2 mid immediately. No armor in mid right now with 3 people. Have Nash and Peru are just going to grab some gear, head straight back. Same thing with G52U on the other side. Pretty even to start. Open eggs right now if anyone wants to go for some crazy early game rush, but I'm not sure I see it happening. Semifinals, I'm hoping honestly to have some pretty nice long games here. Got 3 from Peludos, 2 from Cuyo at mid right now. This fight with Ritzy and Issa over here looks pretty even. There's a huge sword sprite, oh my god. Got 3 and 3 now, it looks like. The other 2 getting Obsidian. You see Cuyo and Peludos both do have Obsidian now. So no crazy early game egg breaks at least. Nash the Basher's got a cool kill effect there. So G52 has an iron sword. Early game iron sword into leather is going to be a lot better than wood or stone will be. But they're going to back up nonetheless. Mid control is, I would say, especially important on Beach because, you know, if the other team's controlling mid, you have no way to really go around them. It's not one of these complicated mids where you can kind of sneak around, you know, the little crown and royalty and stuff. If the other team has mid, you kind of have to kill them to get through them. See, in Peru building up a little sky bridge here. No one's gonna have any crazy pickaxes right now, so him and Nash can go in, but if they want to get the egg, they're gonna have to basically get a triple kill here. Quadruple kill. You have all members of Orange here. See if it happens. They might have Obsidian to block in. I'd be surprised if they did that early, but they're going for it, so like they must. Otherwise, I don't know what the goal is here. Peru does have Obsidian. Misplaces 1 block. See if that matters. Looks like no one from Peludos has any pickaxes, though, even to break that, so. Oh, wow. I thought Nash was going to get it there. Or I was at Peru blocked in, I think. I thought they were going to get it there, but this block right here was open. They got killed through it before the Obsidian broke. Real close. Now that Obsidian's still going to be there until Peludos breaks it, so they will be able to just run back into that spot and build themselves in again. But for right now, nothing doing. You have Ritzy at mid now with full gear, basically. Full iron diamond sword. Rolo has a diamond sword, but obviously going to go down a lot faster than Ritzy will. Backup from Cuyo Eldery Snake also has the same gear. Gear advantage looking solid right now for Cuyo. They had mid a little bit earlier, but I would imagine Peludos is not going to be that far behind. No diamonds for them. No diamond generator for them, but Peludos does want to be careful though, because now they have the, at least right now, the gear disadvantage, and they're just going to get held out of mid. which is going to make their lives difficult. This is chain armor, I think, on G5 too, which is not bad, but running up into 2 full irons is not going to be easy. Just going to run back away, think better of it. It makes sense, I'd probably do the same thing. Brew's going back up here, probably going to try to get blocked up in that same spot. If I were, yeah, so I was going to say if I were Peludos over here, I would at least put some obsidian down to block the hole. Something down to block that hole, looks like that's what they're doing now. Brew would have to break a piece of obsidian, I guess, to get back in there with the way it is now, so they might not go for that, but still reasonably close. You have G5-2 and Eldery Snake over here just kind of, you know, fake fighting on the bridge. No one wants to really fight on a bridge because you have all the gear you get knocked off on the bridge. It's sad. Do have Rollo with all but boots, almost full iron, helping Peludos take a little bit of mid. So they're not getting completely shut out. But again, Rollo's just going to have to back up because Rollo is not going to beat Nash and Ritzy in this fight right here. Not a 2v1. Good combo on Ritzy right there, though. And Peru goes down. Yes, Rollo was doing well in a 1v1, but on Bedrock, 2v1ing good players is, I don't know, nearly impossible with how the knockback is. You're just avoiding getting put into a combo when there are 2 people who are both good at the video game fighting you is pretty impossible. Rollo obviously outgears Peru by a lot here. Peru's not going to win this fight on their own, but they knock Rollo down and then Ritzy's up there. See, Peru goes down, but Peru's job wasn't really to live there, it was just to get Rollo off of being in the irritating high ground spot. Rollo's 1 block away from being blocked in though. See if Ritzy's pickaxe is faster, otherwise his egg will go down. Rollo does get the egg. They seem like they have the same pickaxe there. Rollo has no boots now, gonna have to run away, but that's pretty huge. First egg of the set goes to Peludos here. Well played by Rollo in the little 2v1 there. And now you have Nash is stranded on this bridge. Nash is gonna go down. All 6'5" of him off the edge. 3 Cuyo to 4 Peludos and no egg. Gonna be a rough game to take back now. Have all 3 remaining members of Cuyo are at their own base. You know, pre-game they seem like the fan favorite a little bit. I probably would have picked Cuyo. It's looking a little bit rougher now though. Would be a tough game to come back from. See what the strategy is. You get your egg broken in the kind of early stages like this. I think Juan said around 15 minutes till deathmatch. You can push up or just hunker down at your base, get gear, try to live till deathmatch. Looks like they are going to be pushing up, at least into mid. Going for an egg break here would be very dangerous from Cuyo, but would get them back in the game if they got it, obviously. G52 is going to back up from this fight. You can see the sword diff a little bit. Just have to keep in mind that blue deaths are now permanent, orange deaths are not permanent, especially on these bridge fights. Like Peru's not going to want to take any type of bridge fight right here. Cuyo is just going straight for it though. They're not going to try to play this out. They're going to just try to even it up right away. And then no one's here. I don't know why Peludos just let Peru do that, but they did. That's kind of crazy. Tied eggs now. Still a 3v4, but just no egg defense from Peludos at all. I would say they're... Oh, that was a solid play by Ritchie trying to get the knockoff with the leap feather. It just came in a little too early. I would say it made sense if Peludos were going for the Cuyo's egg, they were going to egg trade, but there was no trade. The Cuyo egg was already broken. Peru's trying to get away now, getting just his ankles bit by all 3 of these orange players here. Now all three are going to be on Ritzy. Now all four. So this is just straight up brawl in mid now. 3v4. You have this many people fighting, it'll be a 2v1 on somebody. G52 looks like they're running around just kind of trying to pick on whoever's nearest to them. But like, Ritzy wins this 1v1 over here, Elderly Snake wins against one of these two, and Prue gets kill over here. All of a sudden it's a 3v3. So, advantage obviously with Peludos right now, but not by that much. You can see I would be looking at this. Saya over here is just running. Probably the most significant outgear in this game, although Peru does not have a diamond sword, only an iron sword. Really what Cuyo's looking to do right now is get someone off the edge. See, Peru gets comboed a little bit, just hits a leap feather to get away. He's just going to build up to get back in the fight here. You can see everyone's trying to hang out right in the mid in this gold spot over here, really. No one wants to get comboed off. Peru's going to block in, not get comboed off that way. Smart little play. Block in to get the gap. Have Ritzy over here with a broken helmet. Looks like no replacement either, so Ritzy's going to be a target. Ritzy might have to back up to go shop, but that means at mid here it's going to be a 2v4. And we're kind of leaving Peru out to dry here. See if Peru can get away. Because Blue's really going to have to try to reset here. And Peru is just getting full pursuit here. Going to be a little rough to get away. Don't know how much health they're at, but they might be at the point where they have to worry about fall damage too. They do get away onto the bridge, so I don't think I've seen any bows or anything from Peludos yet. All that fighting, no results here. 4 from Peludos, 3 from Cuyo. And we're going to have a little break, getting gear. Gonna have Elderly Snake going straight back over to mid. I didn't even see Richie go back. Had to tab out for a second, that's my bad. So we have all 4 members of Peludos have backed up to their own base. I would imagine at this point you have at least one member of Cuyo who does have a bow, who's going to try to get a little sneaky knockoff when Peludos comes back to mid here. Because really, your Cuyo, you need some way to get someone off. You need one kill. If you get one kill as Cuyo, then you're back in it. It's a tie game essentially. See, Elderly Snake's hiding here, gonna try to get a knockoff, but I think it's too close to the island. And it will be. See, so it does end up falling off, but on to the mid island. It was a good try. Peru's gonna be in a valiant 3v1 here. Not sure where Ritzy is. Should be somewhere around here. Don't want to have your teammates 2v4ing. I don't know if they went back to base or what. So you got these mosh pits over here. It's really about don't get your armor broken and don't forget to gap. You do both of those things, you shouldn't really ever die. It is a little harder though when you're getting hit by 2 diamond swords. You never know if any of these players from Peludos have one of these 64 diamond sharpness swords either. You can see Eldery and Emperor over here kind of, even though they're fighting 2 1v1s, they actually both ganged up on Rolo over there a little bit. Again, really just trying to secure that one kill is the way you move forward here. I like this texture pack a lot. This is flairful. Say and Richie is pretty even. East and Elderly Snake's pretty even. And Peru and G52 over here is pretty even. It's really just the one player advantage for Peludos for Orange team over here. See Peru backing up a little bit, might be a little low. Helmet gets broken. Does have a replacement though, so no big deal over there. This is a fight I would watch because if these are very isolated 1v1 right now. If Elderly gets Say off there, it's big. You can see they're gonna join a little bit. Peru has to back up, eat a gap. Really solid fights here. This is fun. Haven't had any kills in a very long time though. If Nash doesn't get, hung up on the bridge when his egg gets broken, this is a 4v4. That was kind of just unfortunate for Cuyo timing for Nash to be getting trapped where he was. See if his teammates can pick it up for him. Gonna have everyone back up again, and we are back to where we were. See if I can share this real quick because it never pinged anyone. There we go. So it's pretty much a given at this point that you're going to have level 3 diamond gems and everything at both bases here. This is going to be our third cycle of fight, farm gear, come back to mid, fight, farm gear, come back to mid again. And we're at the come back to mid stage now. That was pretty quick. It's interesting. It doesn't really look like anyone's trying to get any crazy gear or anything. No one's going for diamond, diamond armor or anything. They're just kind of restocking their iron armor, making sure they have replacement sets, and then going back in. Peru, someone got a strength potion. With the strength potions, if they also have, their sharp swords, can get a kill pretty fast. Death matches in 5 minutes, that really won't do anything except, we've basically already been playing a death match for the past 10 minutes, except for the fact that there will be no backing up. So the only backing up you can do is to mid. Two other parts of mid, build up and try to get a gap, but no running back to islands and restocking gear and stuff. So it's 100% possible this game just comes down to whichever team is more geared when deathmatch starts. Whoever starts running out of sets and gaps first, assuming no one gets fluke knocked off, would be what it comes down to. I'm gonna leave you guys with this view for a second. My headset's dying. I have to switch the battery on it real quick. Alright, should be back. Let me know if my voice suddenly disappeared, but see Richie's backing up over there. Peru's gonna be getting attacked by at least 3 people from Peludos. You're only 3 minutes till deathmatch. Only 3 more minutes where backing up, running away is an option here. Isa's going to try to get a jump on Peru. Looks like Peru's the only member of Cuyo in mid right now, which is obviously not good for that team. All 3 members that are not Nash the Basher are still alive, but one person in mid fighting against 3 people is going to be difficult. Have Ritzy over here looking for Eldery Snake, not sure where they are. Somewhere around, I'm sure. Can see all the dead armor that's getting thrown out here. I'm gonna go on a little adventure, try to find where Eldery Snake is. Might just be at the other island, although it would be weird. So Eldery Snake is over here. If Peludos is aware, they could pull a move and try to, if they all 3 ran to this, all 4 ran to this island right now, they could probably get a kill on Eldery Snake, but I'm not sure if they know that they're over there by themselves. And it looks like Peludos is perfectly happy to just sit at mid until deathmatch starts. Now I will say, if they sit at mid till deathmatch starts, then any gear they farm is not going to be useful. You see, Issa just bought some perk. couple really useful ones. There's a Totem of Undying one. It used to be, and who's been playing this for a little while remembers Might Master. Doesn't exist anymore, but that was probably the most irritating thing they've ever added to EggWars. You know, I'd make a lot of talk during these streams about how simple and easy beach is. Well, not really anymore. Alright, so here's what I said would happen. We're gonna have just the whole Peludos team jump on Elderly Snake because Elderly Snake is alone at this island. Elderly Snake does have a strength potion, decent amount of damage. It would be humongous here, even if Elderly went down if they got a kill or two, but I can't imagine Peludos is gonna play poorly enough to allow one of them to die in a, you know, same gear 3v1. It would be a pretty serious choke. You do have Ritzy, jumps down in here. That's huge. I was looking up to see where Peru's coming. Elder Snake gets a kill. Strength Potion does what Strength Potion does, and Rolo goes down, aided by Ritzy jumping in. So it wasn't 3v1 anymore. And Peru's going for Issa over here. This is 2v2 up in here. Now for the first one of these fights, I see more members of Cuyo than I do of Peludos. And another Peludos goes down. It's a 3v2. Cuyo's brought this all the way back. We're about a minute away from deathmatch right now. We might not even get there. Issa goes down. It's a 3v1. Seiya's gonna get voided here. All the way back. Little bait, maybe. I thought Elderly was gonna get hung out to dry at mid, but teammates come out of nowhere. That is a well-played game, man. Couple minutes away from deathmatch. Basically went the whole distance. We're gonna have 1-0 for Cuyo. Reminder, we had the little poll go out. You know, some people wanted best of five, some people didn't. As a result, we have no best of five. It is only best of three. That was a real good game. As it stands right now, we're gonna have one for Cuyo, none for Peludos. So, next game is gonna be Peludos has to win to stay alive. Cuyo wins next game, they're going to be our last finalist. Gonna go ahead and get this second map spun up right now. I'll tell you guys what map that's gonna be. Second map is going to be food. Food plays a lot differently than beach does. Now the mids in shape are kind of similar. They both have that little circular feel, but the important thing with food is there are two huge diamond generators very close to each other in mid. So if one team gets a significant beat on the other team to mid, they'll basically start with almost level 3 gen or just full iron diamond sword immediately off rip. So this map, probably more than any other, is a map that you absolutely cannot get beat to mid on. You have to just, what you're going to see is you're going to see both teams use their builder kit, and you're going to see both teams get to mid within the first 2 seconds. You're going to have one, I'll show you guys when we get into this map, but you're going to have one person with no armor from one team, one person with no armor from the other team. They're both going to go to one side of the burger, and they're going to take half the diamonds home. If that pretty much exact thing doesn't happen, then you're going to have one team with a huge advantage off spawn in food. Yeah, Nash is in chat over here that I was talking about that the death was unfortunate. You were caught out to dry there. Your team clutched though, so I don't know if you got anything to be upset about here. Got a team that clutches and you're 6 feet 5 inches tall, so I'm actually still on here. I'm gonna not type the private game code. Alright, well, let's just sold the bag a little bit. Gonna pause. I caught it though. Alright, we're gonna be on food here. So here's what I was talking about. Food, you have these islands. The egg on food used to be up here in this little, I think it's tomato soup. And there was ladders up here. This was on Java, and it was a little irritating to get the egg. They moved it down. Egg's just over here now. Not bad. Got both teams in here. But at mid, you have this burger. This diamond gen is level 3, and this diamond gen is level 3. I'm pretty sure now level 3 is 16 diamonds. Used to be 10, but I'm pretty sure you can pick up 16 diamonds when you touch the generator for the first time. So you have one team go around, they'll get 32, and then game might be over if one team gets both of those. We have Cuyo in over here, although I can't see all of them. Eldery Snake is invisible. Juan is absolutely right. That was a good game. I'm hoping for another good game here. Blue, just we got 5 seconds starting off. And again, I'm going to tell you guys we're going to have one player. I think it's G52 usually. I know this is Issa. You're going to have 2 of them actually from Orange. Builder kits, you see they just jump off. Both teams do the same thing. 2 builder kits because you have to get to mid. Now G52 is going to back up. So that's what I've been talking about. Kuya right now has huge diamonds right off spawn. Blue just got to mid in time, but they didn't go for the diamonds. I guess they saw 2 blues there, decided better of it. Blue just really has, probably 30 seconds to sit in mid here, try to swipe some diamonds because there's going to be a player from blue coming back with a diamond sword right now. I don't know what happened to Nash's armor here. It's not died, but that's okay. Obsidian ready from both teams, I would imagine. Yes, we do. So no crazy egg breaks at the beginning. You saw that in the lower rounds a lot. You see egg breaks in the first couple seconds. The team just rushes in, gets an egg. But over here, not gonna let that happen. Someone said what game is getting played for next season. I'm pretty sure the predominant thought right now is Block Wars, capture the flag, but we have not decided anything yet. It'll be announced when there's something decided, but that seems to be the most popular thought right now in terms of the next game we would play would be capture the flag or some other CTF bridges, but capture the flag is the most conducive to a league format. A little fight on top of the burger here. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Peru's going to get knocked off, but this little picnic table mid obviously has the save for you. Say is going to try to be irritating, block it off, but Peru's going to build out to the side instead of trying to come straight back up. Nash goes down. I love that skeleton kill effect. Gets blown up. Being 6'5", you have a lot of weight, so you fall. You probably take some extra fall damage. So here's Ritzy with the gear. This map also, these are level 4, yeah, so food also has huge gold generators. So that's kind of a standard thing you see on food is full chain and a diamond sword because you can use your other diamonds for something else. You see Peru is just hung out on orange base right now. I really can't imagine Peru does anything useful here. I think it would be a very big toss from Peludos to allow Peru to get an egg there or anything like that. However, any time where you're not on mid on this map is very detrimental. And right now we have all 4 members of Peludos at their own base with no diamond generator at their base. So although they'll probably get a kill on Peru here eventually, although Peru's is going to try to sit here and put a TNT down, be irritating. But they're not farming. Cuyo's farming. That's not good for Pelujos here. So G52 gets some chain armor with that gold, but no diamonds, so still rocking a stone sword. Makes the chain a little less threatening. Garitzi's still on this diamond gen. G52 is content to leave that be. I think G52 got the other diamond, so they would have enough to go set up a gen if they wanted to. Get a nice little combo on Ritzy and then back up. They'd have to obviously seriously outplay Ritzy to get a kill there because of this sword diff. Another little fight on top of the burger here. G52 is inevitably going to get knocked off in the 2v1. Should have no problem getting away though. Cuyo's not going to chase. See, just flip to it accidentally. Eldery does have a bow. Little sneaky. Try to get a little kill there. Peru is still sitting here and being annoying at Pelujo's base. Now you might think that's not doing anything, but that's taking the attention of at least one member of Peludos at all times, which is pretty big for someone who only has leather armor, right? TNT goes down, Eldery's gonna try to get blocked in here, I would imagine, or Peru will. And you have Peludos leaving the egg, so Cuyo's gonna get their egg. Pretty easy. All Peludos are at mid now. So you can see in a way that's how important mid control is here, is Peludos just sacrificed their egg for one chance at mid, I guess. Again, I think the decisions with just allowing their egg to get broken from Peludos are a little questionable. What they're trying to do is they're trying to go for an egg trade here. You have a 2v2 at the base, but I don't think Nash and Richie, it's going to be rough to get through them to get this egg. G52 is starting to run away. Like we saw from last game, Rollo going to get blocked in here? Rollo does get blocked in, so we'll have a egg tie here. Unless this pickaxe gets broken first, and it does. Okay. Either Nash had a better pickaxe, they just got a better jump on that breaking there. So although Rollo got blocked in with Obsidian, he was not able to get the egg. Back to what I was saying, you have G52 goes down, and even though Cuyo brought it back last game, it is real difficult to survive in a game where it's a 3v4, even if both eggs are broken. But right now, neither eggs are broken. Rollo's got a pretty good pickaxe, I'm surprised, or sorry, not neither eggs are broken, just Cuyo's egg is not broken, obviously. Rollo had a pretty good pickaxe there. I guess Nash just also had a really good pickaxe. Eldery's gonna get, semi-hit off there, not all the way. I thought Might, no, I don't think Might Master's in the game still. There are Mites over there. My ball knowledge might not be good enough, guys. I think there's something else you can use to spawn Mites besides the actual perk. I think it's, there's something in one of the shops. I'm not 100% sure though. Eldery's gonna get banished again down to the bottom. Just gonna have to do the walk of shame back up. Peludos is not doing bad right now. They have solid control of mid. I'm not sure Peru's just like spectating. Making it a fair fight, 3v3. Peru's just gonna sit there and watch. Do what you want to do, I guess. If you're Team Cuyo, you are winning 1-0 in the set. 3 kills away from being a finalist here. Trying to get your name on the podium. Were these inspired by circuit type scrims? I wouldn't say so. We do this on Java too, and it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of an obvious thing for a server like this to do some sort of league format. But, I would be remiss to say that it wasn't inspired by something like Circuit at all, because Circuit was very cool. Circuit had pretty fun streams, commentating going on, and these are, in a way, just, official scrims, so nobody, I wouldn't say anyone who was planning this was like, let's do Circuit, it's its own thing, but there's for sure inspiration on some level. Issa goes down there, gets fireballed, so game gets ever harder right now. Reading chat, apparently Nash the Basher's in chat on an alt account while they're playing, so what a guy, right? It's like all the members of Cuyo have alt accounts in chat right now while they're playing. It's pretty impressive multitasking, I will say. Brew's gonna be on sale, Uttery Snake's gonna be on sale over here. It's gonna be not easy to survive this. Ran out of blocks in their one stack, but they do still have more blocks. The Eldery Snake's gonna sit up there with the bow. Peru almost got knocked off, and you have both Peludos getting sent up at the same time. That's it. Holy cow. Good play from all. This first game obviously a little bit quicker than the second one. Results the same though. Oh my god, get me out of the EggWars game. I don't want to be in the EggWars game. All said and done, you have a 2-0 victory for Cuyo. Can update my score real quick so we have it up here. Oh god, I'm slow at doing this. Well played from both teams. And now, finals on both platforms are established. Again, Peludos, especially that first game, really well done. Got come back on in the last couple seconds, but that game could have gone either way. This game, I would say the only thing is I don't know why the egg was left alone. I feel like it was kind of a premature egg break, but really, really solidly played from both teams here. So we're going to have our finals for Bedrock are going to be a best of 5. It's going to be Team Cuyo and it's going to be Slayers. If you guys are here, you're probably Bedrock gamers, but I'll take a minute to talk about Java as well. Our finals for Java are also set. That's going to be Crisis and the Clabs are those two teams. Nothing crazy else to say. Nash is 6'5". I do remember that. So I'm excited. We will start planning these semis pretty soon. I have finals, other people have finals. I hope we are able to get these done in a timely fashion. Should see these finals popped up the next couple weeks, 2 best-of-5s. Be some fun. Playing for actual rewards now. We will also have Peludos is not quote unquote eliminated from the tournament yet because we will also have a best-of-3 game. So Peludos will be able to play in that. As they do. This is well deserved. I would like to say that we have our top teams made it to the top 4 spots, which is great. Nash the Basher seems famous. This is one of the names I've seen before. Talking to Pineapple Man back in the day. That's a name that came up. I remember that. It's pretty funny. Alright, I'm gonna head out of here. I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. Tune in when finals happen.